Hello, my name is Patrick Dowden. I'm with Automation Southwest. We are Panasonic Industrial Automation's manufacturer's rep for Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. The purpose of this video is to make an introduction, a functional introduction, to PCWAY. PCWAY is a software product produced by Panasonic that enables a direct connection between a small PLC, FP0R series, FPX series, even the FP7 series, up to the higher end versions, but a direct connection between the PLC's memory and Microsoft Excel. So rather than taking a lot of time to talk about PCWAY and what it is and what it does, let's dive right in. What's on the screen right now is a PLC program written in Control FP7, and this is the newest version of Panasonic's IEC compliant 611 or 61131-3 compliant software, written in just basic ladder code. If I turn on my connection to the PLC, go online, you'll see that it's running. It's already in run mode. And let me just run through the logic very quickly just to describe what we're doing, because it's really very, very simple. It's just for demonstration purposes. These little timed rungs here just turn on Y0 through YF. Basically what you'll see is 0 and F turning on at the same time, 1 and E turning on at the same time, 2 and D. That way when you're physically looking at the PLC, you'll see just cosmetically they look like two sets of lights that blink towards each other. As we scroll down, we get through these, and then we get to a count up rung. And what this does is it just gives me some data. We start with a count value up here, and then we add every consecutive DT 501, 502, 503 register, just so I can have some numbers to put on the display for Excel. This is really just giving me some raw numbers that I can play around with and display how this software is capable of showing off data. Now we get down to the bottom here. This is where we switch from displaying the data that's stored in the PLC and actually using Excel to write data into the PLC. And in this case, we're just using a click on, click off of these R100, R101, R102 bits, and we'll show that off. So before we get completely away from the PLC programming software, Control FP7, I want to point out something important before we move over to Microsoft Excel. Right now, this software is online with the PLC. Since we're communicating with the PLC over serial, it's a USB serial over a USB port, but it's still serial. I want to make sure that we disconnect from the software here before we start up the connection within Microsoft Excel for PCWAY. So as long as this is no longer animated and no longer talking to the PLC, we still have the connection from the computer to the PLC. The physical connection is still there. But right now, this software isn't talking. I want to pull up Microsoft Excel, and now when we turn this on, this will take over the COM port. So for an introduction right here, this is just a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Nothing surprising, nothing terribly unusual. I have a few colors that I selected just using the normal tools, bold text, non-bold text, etc. Where it will get interesting is when I pull over to the Add-ins tab, and you see all these cute little icons that were installed when we installed PCWAY software. Now, PCWAY software is typically set up with individual cell control for an individual register of data inside the PLC. So in this instance, this is just text for a label, but this particular cell, when I click the set bit here, you can see how I have it set up. So this on-off bit, actually let me pull up character change first. This tells you when the bit is true, it'll be green and on. When the bit is false, it'll be off and red. So the text will also change. So it's set up as a Y type, external output. Could have also been X input, R internal relay, link, or timer. You select relay up here. In this case, it's read only because I'm not trying to control these Y type bits from Excel, although I could. And here, device number 0 correlates with Y0. So if this were Y9, that would be a 9 right here. YA would be an A here. So let's turn on PCWAY. The first step we'll do is we'll turn it on right here. Now, PCWAY, the software is running, but what we want to do is hit the start button to start the monitor. And that's what's our live data connection. So what you'll see here is the on-off bits that are moving towards each other following the same pattern, because this is reading the actual Y memory registers in the PLC, so these match up to the physical I/O. And these DT500 registers are what we showed with all the little add blocks. And these, again, there's no real meaning behind this, but I just wanted to put some numbers up so I could show some data in Excel. So DT520 is a register that I'm using to just either demonstrate my ability to control from Excel. And I'll do that here, like right now I have it set increment on, decrement off. So if I want to switch that, I'll turn this bit off, and it gives me a quick flag warning. And I'll turn this bit on, and right now it's 475. You'll start seeing it count down instead of up. And there it goes, counting down. And if I turn them both off, it'll just hold value. So now 467 is the value in 520. At the moment, nothing is writing to that. As a demonstrator of my ability to write a number from Microsoft Excel into the memory, let's make this 777 and hit OK. So now you can see this is read-only. This is just giving me the status out of that value in the memory register, and this is the one that I have set up to read-write. So it actually is reading it back out, but I can write that value. And I also set this one up just for a Boolean to just clear all the data. So when I turn this on, or I have to toggle it because it's looking for the rising trigger, it should clear all the data. So that really is the summary. PCWAY is a fairly powerful and incredibly inexpensive. What I'm using right here is the demo version of the software. It gives you 30 minutes of runtime. A lot of OEMs would find that good enough, I imagine. But if you did need it, it's a few $100. It won't break the bank, especially for this amount of power to get process data from your machine directly into Microsoft Excel and make some really nicely formatted graphs and reports and anything like that you might need. So once again, my name is Patrick Dowden with Automation Southwest. I want to thank you for taking the time to review this video and allow us to present this software from Panasonic's Industrial Automation Division. If you have any questions, my business card is on the screen. Our phone number is also on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thank you very much.